Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosemary Ngoge, your sister in growth. And here we are. How have you been? I've missed you. Sorry that last week I wasn't able to shoot. I had traveled for school. And when I came back, my body had said, you told me, Rosemary, this thing called resting is real. And so, here we are. Have you subscribed? Please do. We are road to 500 subscribers. Guys, let me tell you, it feels very interesting that I'm now seeing 500. For a very long time, I was stuck. But now I'm seeing 500. Please, once you watch this, share this with your friends, with your neighbors, with everybody. Put it on your WhatsApp status. It will feel so nice as I check who is my friend. I check your status and see you watched it, you shared it. I see that it is whatever you have put on your status. Please, share. Share. Yeah? Have you been well? I believe you have been. You look it. You look like you're really doing a beautiful job around where you are. I believe you're blessed. I believe things that have been looking hard are starting to show up, are starting to shape up, and things are looking amazing. So today, last time we were talking about co-parenting, and I want us to continue with that conversation. Like, why should this co-parenting thing happen? And today I want us to get to the next level. Because, remember, this is a situation that is happening when you and your partner are not together. The person with who you got a baby, and let me be honest with you, many of times we get babies with people that we love, people that we like. But relationships are not always going to work. And today we want to look at how then do we let go of a co-parenting situation that is not working. How do we realize that? Because it is not always going to be amazing. It's not always going to be, oh, this thing is working, we are nice, we are amazing. It's not always going to be like that. There will be times when it is not going to work. There will be times when this person does not even look like the person you ever shared a bed with. So today, we want to look at how then do we let go? How do we accept, by the way, it is not working? Because I've learned something. When it is amazing for children, by the way, as I said, the other time I said, the main beneficiaries of a co-parenting relationship are not necessarily the children, but they are the greatest. The truth is, they learn a lot. They become whole adults. They become whole human beings. They become healthy people. They learn and they understand the beauty of importance of relationships. They say that yes, the relationships matter. Teamwork is very important. And because we never know about what life has for them, they will be prepared to address life differently. And like when they see chaos and drama and everything. So it benefits those children when you have a working co-parenting relationship. But then what happens when it is not working? What do we do? Do we fight? And actually, how then do we know? The thing I want to talk about is how do we know that the thing is not working? How do we know that the co-parenting situation has failed? How do we know? It is important that you get to understand or to know how you will learn that the situation has refused to work. And I have several points that I have listed here. They are here. Yeah, you won't see them. They are here. I always will do my research before I come because I realize sometimes you can just be talking to people and you're giving them your personal opinions. But from what I have been able to research, I have realized where these things need research, And I will say this, it takes maturity to have a healthy co-parenting relationship. It takes health, it takes healing, it takes acceptance. Actually, for anybody to notice this, for anybody to recognize the signs that this co-parenting situation, it has refused. It is not working. It takes absolute, total self-awareness, And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about a few things that come out that are a sign that if they're happening in your situation, in the relationship, in your co-parenting situation, my dear man, my dear lady, please leave. Please start thinking of how you're going to exit because it's going to destroy not only you, but also the children. One, arguing and disagreeing frequently over the children's upbringing. You are always arguing. Never do you ever get to an agreement. And let me not put this on agenda space. I've realized that anybody can be a cause of the argument. You are always arguing. It is time for school fees, you're arguing. It is time for food, you're arguing. It is time for this, it involves the children, you're arguing. If you're constantly arguing, my dear, this thing is not working. Stop insisting. Stop insisting. There's something I will say at the tail end, and it is not nice, but yes. If you're constantly arguing, what are you arguing about? If you're arguing, that tells me you people are not able to communicate effectively. And when I talk about ability to communicate effectively. By the way, many of us do not know how to communicate. We know how to talk, we know how to say, but communicating, we don't know how to communicate. And so, because we are not able to communicate effectively, we are constantly arguing. A lady is not able to send the fee structure. Instead, she says, if you want to pay that school fees, just pay. And that is what they are asking. And by the way, I don't care, you don't have to. That is not communication. This is the money that you're supposed to be paying as school fees for next term. Thank you. That's called communication. Give the details. Send us the fee structure and tell the father, Baba, so and so, this is the amount that is supposed. That's the fee structure. You don't even have to give details. That's the fee structure. And then you leave it at that. But now for some of us, where problem? Sometimes a child becomes anxious. Anxiety that is unusual. A child that was very comfortable all of a sudden is anxious. All of a sudden there is distress. All of a sudden you see a child is getting depressed. All of a sudden this past child who was happy is not even interested. There is a sudden change of behavior. Now that is easily noted by teachers because sometimes in co-parenting relationships, people are not healthy. I said it begins with being healthy. And many people are not healthy enough to observe what is happening with the children. So what ends up happening is that these children carry the burden and nobody cares. Nobody really notices. So the teachers will help you to notice, this my child is suddenly... By the way, let me give you an example. Because you're doing a lot of communication, you're always arguing above the child. So what you end up doing, the child becomes scared, the child is anxious. When are they going to start shouting? When are they going to start fighting over my school fees? When are they going to talk about my medical care? Mom said that daddy is very responsible. Mom said daddy married another person. So a lot of information is in the head of the child. Or another one says, daddy said that mom is a bad woman, she doesn't even care about us. In fact, daddy said, a lot of mommy said, a lot of daddy said, it distresses the child and now the child is not able to cope. And so what does the child do? They get into interesting behavior, and it is sudden change of behavior to timidity or to notoriety. Not notoriety, well, notoriety is a different word. To becoming naughty. Yeah, that's a big one. No, I can't use notoriety, does not apply here. So the child becomes suddenly naughty. A child that was nice, they are not nice anymore. A child that was talkative, they are quiet. So you need to be careful as a parent, be able to notice. Another behavior, and I said it's unacceptable behavior. This unacceptable behavior that has just started. This child, and there's something else, peeing on the bed. If your child suddenly begins to pee, and there's nothing much that has changed, please stop shifting blames everywhere. Look, has there been a dramatic situation in the family as far as the co-parenting situation is concerned? Now, there's another one. When one parent undermines the other, and it is not just undermines, constantly undermines. Constantly decides for the other parent. I'm transferring my children to a better school. They cannot school in AXYZ school. They can't. That school is very small. In fact, they're actually changing. And by the way, you pay money for interviews, they're coming. They're changing. They're going for interview in school. Why? And the school fees, by the way, you have to think, it's like 30,000 above what we are paying. So yeah, just decide. I'm moving the children from Kenya to the US. Please sign. Please do. And if you don't do, I put you on social media. I tell everything about you. Now that is undermining the other parent. And I said it is not about you. It is not about the better parent. It's about both of you parenting your children. So when there is one constantly making decisions without involving the parent and in an undermining way, I mean, that is not for the children. And that is not going to work. That will not work. And let me tell you, if you are the one being undermined, please, let this person know that you're not appreciating it. And once you have let the person know that you're not appreciating it, please start to take action. And the last one, not the least one, but one that is very important. Not able to respect the partners, not respecting each other's time. There is a time you're supposed to pick the child, you don't pick the child at that time. There is a time you're supposed to bring back the child, you don't bring back the child at that time. You're supposed to bring the child back on Sunday at 5 p.m. But on Sunday at 10 p.m. is when you're calling me to open the gate. On Sunday at 1 p.m. is when you're telling me you want to bring the children, you have plans. That is disrespecting the other person's time. Unless there is prior communication, I normally say there is nothing that cannot be agreed upon. But if there is no prior communication, please respect your partner's time. And this is your co-parenting partner's time. Please be respectful enough. Please be respectful enough. Guys, That is all I would want to talk about today. But I want to remind you, it is not about you. It's not about settling scores between the two of you. Yeah, I picked this. This is the behavior of a teacher. It is not about the things going on between you. It is you people coming together to raise these amazing bundles of joy that you have when you guys were in love, when you guys had a relationship. So could you do this for the children, so that in future we have healthy children, so that we can be able to have children that are healthy, that can be able to go into the future in a healthy way. Cindy, see, I believe you guys desire that. Anyway, I was about to say something and I've forgotten. So because I have forgotten, what I will tell you today is that children are heritage from the Lord. And when they are a heritage from the Lord, make sure that that heritage is worth walking around. Please do not settle scores with children. Do not. Cindy, let's not settle scores with children. I hope you have subscribed. I hope you're liking it. Please like, share. Let people that you know comment. Let me hear what you have to say. What do you want us to talk about? Comment on the comment section. Comment down below, so that, guys, I can know what to do, what content you want me to continue producing, because I want to grow. Cindy, and I believe you people are my advocates for growth. I love you. May the Lord bless you. Have a lovely week. May whatever you desire happen. And believe you me, those children that you have, if you raise them properly, they will give you joy. I love you, and may the good Lord bless you.